Hey, welcome back to Behold God's Word. My name's John Dunn, and good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, whatever time it is in your city, state, or country. Thanks for stopping by. And today we're just going to be talking really quickly about Bible versions. I know everybody's got an opinion on Bible versions, right? And for the most part, most Bible versions are pretty good. They're some are better than others, in my opinion. And so we're going to talk about that a little bit. So first off, we've got the English Standard Version, and it's a word-for-word translation. There are some, if you don't get the study Bible versions, there's some that are missing some verses. But it's a good translation for beginners. It keeps the punches where they need to be. It's my favorite version for teaching. So any verses that I read for you guys are out of that book. It's just real easy to understand, and stuff like that. So, New International Version. I think they missed the punch on a lot of verses. For example, Psalms 23, where it says, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me." They change it to, "Even though I walk through the darkest valley," or something to that effect. It is a thought-for-thought translation, which is where that comes from. They're basically interpreting it into what they think it means, and they're telling you what they think it means. And that's what thought-for-thought kind of does. But it can be a good version. I know a lot of good Christian people that use it. I'm just not a fan of it. But, it really doesn't matter. There are some versions that are absolutely you shouldn't use because they've been altered specifically to be misleading. But if you want to get into the actual bad versions that you shouldn't use, leave that comment down below. The Complete Jewish Bible. I really like this Bible. It's again a word-for-word translation. It's closer to the original text. It leaves in some of the Greek or Hebrew words, and for me, I like that. I'm a studier. It's what I like to do. So researching what this Hebrew word means, and then color coding it a certain way, and all of that, and putting in the note, at least in the electronic version, putting in the note that says that translation. And so then I start to recognize what the words are. Anyway, I just really like it. It's an intermediate to advanced version, though, just because it can be a little harder to understand with some of those words in there. But it's my favorite one for study. I use it all the time for studying. The King James Version, a very, some people only think that the King James Version is the only version to use, and I would disagree. It's actually a really hard version to use. It's a word-for-word translation. It has all of the verses, as I mentioned. The non-study Bible ESVs don't have all of the verses in them. Hard to understand for most. It's an intermediate to advanced is where I would put it, and that's just because you've got to know the language, the way that the Shakespearean language that they use in it. You have to know, and it just takes a little bit more pre-study before you can study the actual text. New American Standard Bible, word-for-word translation. It's very similar to the ESV. It's a good translation for beginners as well, and it's a good alternate if you don't like the English Standard Version. But I just wanted to talk about a couple of versions and my thoughts on them. It's not really that big of a deal what version you use, as long as you're inviting God in to read the scriptures to you. He can help you work through what they say and what they actually mean by what they say. But what Bible version do you use? What's your favorite? What's your go-to? And do you have any versions you'd like me to check out and give my thoughts on, what you think about it? I could definitely do a Bible versions part 2, good and bad, and even a part 3 that dives into the versions you shouldn't use, or books that you shouldn't use. So leave your thoughts, feelings, and comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. I pray God blesses you guys, and until next time, be blessed and have a good day.